Town Phoenix. Tonight, it's the Phoenix Suns. Play host to the Golden State Warriors.
Defense! Defense, let's go!
Curry to Thompson. Curry driving, but his shot won't go.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short arm a shot. That reach is just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. And hits the first free throw. Two for two on that trip. It's Golden State basketball. Probing the defense. Curry. It's good. Coach wants to see more from his D. His instincts are unnatural, but what makes him so good given the work he's put in?
The special thing about Stephen Curry is that his entire life he has practiced great habits. A lot of players practice and get up shots, but they don't practice the right habits, and that comes with the lineage. His father, Dale Curry, making sure that he puts in the time and effort, but the proper skill with the time and effort.
Won't go. Another shot stays out.
And a lot of times in this league, teams take days off. But if this defense keeps maintaining that style of pace defensively, this is going to be a dogfight.
To Booker. Lets it fly from long range. Devin Booker in his own desert. No one in sight, and he takes advantage.
You know what really fascinates me about Devin Booker? Every time I see him, I almost feel like I'm watching a movie called Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Now, when I see him off the court, he's all smiles, laid back, chill demeanor, very low-key. But when I see him on the court, it's like he finds this different person, this assassin that wants to attack you and dominate you every single time he has the ball. Now, I got a chance to overhear a story of him and his coach at the time, Earl Watson, and he told his head coach, "I'm better than Jordan. Jordan never dropped 70 at the Boston Garden." Now, we all know he's not better than Jordan, but that answer reflects his desire to be like Jordan and to be an NBA legend, and that's why he'll always succeed.
Curry to Thompson. Curry to Thompson. Gets it in the left corner. Got a piece to knock it away.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
His first effort off the mark. Josh Jackson. Shot from the lane won't go. Curry into the front court. They trail by one. They'll get it down to Green. Stuffs it down with authority.
Green doesn't need to score to be effective. He's a more skilled Dennis Rodman of this generation. He's an undersized student of the game who can guard positions 1 through 5, a rarity even in today's style. Now let me tell you what he's going to do. He's going to disrupt your game plan and probably try to get under your skin. So stay composed and don't go for the bait.
Changes coming from both sides right now. It's Suns ball. Mikal Bridges. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Suns. Here's Curry with it up top. Leads one. Curry to Green. Goes to the left side. Bell goes to the right side. Inside, he scores.
Klay Thompson equals a jump shooting metronome. Catch, plant, and shoot, and there's no wasted motion from the waist up, which leads to him being one of the most efficient players in the league. He's led the league for 3 seasons in a row in catch and shoot opportunities. You'll probably want to run him off the three-point line, force him to put the ball down on the ground and make a play.
Curry to Green. Here comes the screen. Oh, had him going there for a second. To Curry. Trying to cash in. Add 2 points to the board. Jay, he might be small, but against bigger and more athletic guards, how does he find a way to get it done?
Well, how about this? Last year, he shot 42% from behind the three-point line. That's his second lowest three-point shooting field goal percentage since he's been in the league. That's called first-class problems. And what that does, every time you step your foot over half court with unlimited range, it forces the defense to pick you up even quicker, which allows him way more room to operate on the offensive end.
Curry, he has scored 11 points. He's knocked down 3 threes. What a start.
He's on pace for 44 points in this ballgame. You probably want to limit his touches and actually start contesting some shots.
Slam dunk, DeAndre Ayton.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Thompson. And a chance coming up at the line.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
First free throw is good. And gets both to drop at the line. Whoa! What a finish! They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Gets off the 3. At the buzzer. Three-pointer at the buzzer. Almost. It would have counted, but it's no good. And that does it for the first quarter. First quarter's complete. The Warriors with the lead. Second quarter is set to start. Neither team set the tone to start this one. Jay, do you expect that to change?
Well, first off, I'm going to take my analytical hat off and then put my fan hat on. This has been a blasé first quarter. Not good, not bad, right in between. Let's see how both teams come out and try to adjust themselves in the second half.
Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Here comes the screen. Has a chance. Booker's shot, no good.
You know, as a shooter, you recognize that was good defense, but that's more on you than it is the defense. Challenge yourself to get the ball back and continue to be aggressive.
Stephen Curry with a look. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one. Curry, no doubt, is a transformative player. Some say for the worst. Is there too much of a reliance on the three-point shot at all levels?
No, we're watching the game evolve, and Stephen Curry has been critical in changing the narrative. But I want kids at home to recognize that they see the finished product. They see somebody who makes 1,000 jumpers a day. And I love what Team USA is doing when they talk about removing the three-point line. It's imperative that kids have the right mechanics. If you have the right mechanics, your range will take care of itself.
Green buries it on the catch and shoot.
And that's what this game is. As the game plays, you have to adjust on the fly. That delivers the element of surprise.
A bad pass there. Warriors have it.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Mikal Bridges.
Isolation. Give me the drop.
Nothing going here on that drive. Fires the 3. That one off the mark. It's no good.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Curry. Cousins. Cousins' shot won't fall. this guy's open. Look out. Nearly automatic.
I mean, this is something everybody can relate to in their lives. It's happened to me while doing broadcasts as well. Sometimes you're physically there, but mentally you're nowhere to be found. We obviously saw one of those same things happen on the court.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes.
Stepping in,
It's Steph Curry with the rock.
number 35,
To Durant. Sizing up the defense. Durant to Green. From the painted area, won't go down.
Seems like a lot of contact on that play. If I were that player, I would pull the ref over to the side, talk to him, express to him how much contact there was so he could look for that same foul call potentially the next time down the court.
Josh Jackson above the rim on that.
An easy two, get back on defense.
Curry into the front court. Leads 3. Warriors with 4 to shoot. 2-point shot for Curry. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake. He has an uncanny approach to the game.
And did you see that? His eyes are his deadliest weapon. When he steps over half court, when he looks at the rim, that naturally throws the defender off. It makes the defender lean just a little bit. And just that millisecond of you wondering what he's going to do, splash is enough for him to exploit it.
Nothing going here on that drive. Curry to Durant. Oh, he's denied.
In college, he was nearly blocking 2 shots per game, picking up exactly where he left off with that Anthony Davis build and frame.
Hey, lock up.
Durant. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Curry. Not going down here. Another shot won't go either.
I got him. Here we go.
And they call it.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
Mikal Bridges.
That's the first foul in the last 2 minutes.
DeAndre Ayton. Big finish at the rim.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Possession lies with Golden State. Rejected.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Oh, stolen by the Warriors. That's it for the first half. The Warriors with the lead. Tight game through the first 2 quarters as we resume play here in the third. Can't miss those. Curry to bring it up. Up by 3. Nothing going here on that drive. To Green. Can't connect.
And when you miss so many chippies right around the rim, you look at their points in the paint production. First half, they were great. Second half, not so much.
Curry with the basketball. His guys lead here early stages, third quarter. Hits the trifecta.
And it just seems like the defense has lethargic closeouts. You need to close out with more of a sense of urgency. Run them off the three-point line. Make them take a tough 2 rather than an easy 3.
Hey, come set me one.
That's no good. And a putback slam. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
You know, someone I had the audacity to ask Klay Thompson how he feels about being the 3rd or 4th option, and I love his response. He said, I don't care. When you're as efficient as me, my paycheck warrants it. And I think about a game he had this past year. 88.4 seconds of possessions, 52 touches, 33 shots, 11 dribbles for 60 points just in 22 minutes proves the reason why Klay is Klay.
Curry to Cousins. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Curry into the front court. Up by 6. To Jackson. Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home.
And Ed, I'm really eager to see how his game progresses here in year 2. The 4th overall pick in the year 2017. And he's all rookie defensive team, but his offensive game down the stretch is really on point. Averaged 19 points per game after the All-Star break.
Green to Curry. Oh, they called the foul.
Just a tic-tac foul.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes.
Team foul number 1.
And he's denied by Jackson.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Livingston across the timeline. Leads 4. Here comes the screen. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
I've seen it happen so many times. Small things like that foul can end up becoming a momentum changer. Let's see how this one plays out.
Misses the first. Off the mark. 0 for 2 at the line. DeAndre Ayton, deep left corner. To Mikal Bridges. Booker. He was all over him. Missed the shot. No free throws.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
Here comes the screen.
To number 2, Jordan Bell.
New blood coming in for both sides.
Substitutions, Golden State. Entering the game for Phoenix, number 30.
Now listen, we'll get a timeout from Phoenix as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game. Substitution being made in this one.
Number 4, Tyson Chandler. And number 12, T.J. Warren. 1 minute left in the 3rd quarter.
Knocked loose. Warriors have it. Here's Curry with it up top. They lead it. 4-point game. Driving right to the basket. It's blocked by Chandler.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Curling inside. Booker to Mikal Bridges. Shot from the lane won't go. A pass stolen by Phoenix.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. Is called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things...
It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway. Kevin Durant with the rock. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Off the mark. No good. DeAndre Ayton to Mikal Bridges. Oh, emphatic slam.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Iguodala to bring it up. Leads 5. Inside, he scores.
Curry, obviously the greatest shooter we've ever seen. Yeah, I said it. But he's so good at driving and using his body to shield off the contact.
Mikal Bridges. No!
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
Mikal Bridges with the strong finish.
You see, Ed, that's the problem. When you have guys on the perimeter that can shoot the basketball defensively, you're taught to hedge at the driver and then stay home, which leaves the lane wide open for great jams like that.
Durant. He missed his first 4 from downtown. He finally gets a 3 to go.
I'm going to tell you what every shooter thinks after he misses 4 in a row. One has to go in eventually.
Now the Suns going to signal for a timeout as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the fourth quarter. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Josh Jackson. Warriors come away with it.
Don't play scared now. Let's push the ball. Let's get this lead up.
Curry. And that's rebounded by the Suns. On a bad pass. Going to be taken away by the Warriors.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
Suns with the basketball. Shot by Warren misses.
Ed, the game is so different. In today's NBA, defenders are longer, quicker, and more athletic than we've ever seen before. So offensively, as a shooter, you either have to be able to create more space off the dribble for your shot or have a much faster release. Ideally, you have both in your arsenal.
Curry into the front court. His team on top by 8. Oh, that's going to hurt. Leaves him in the dust. Curry. And it's Chandler with the rebound. Stuffs it down with authority.
Clean up in aisle 4. Repeat, clean up in aisle 4. If there's anyone from the weak side that wants to participate in this game defensively, please raise your hand.
Curry to bring it up. Up 6. Here comes the screen. Curry to Green. In the slam.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Booker. It's blocked by Boogie.
And it's not just about blocking shots. It's about the physicality of the game. How about on all the...
Stuffs it down with authority. 6'11", 270. That's a massive man. You can make a case there's nobody like him.
There isn't anybody like him in the NBA. He is an absolute bully on the block. Can burrow his way through traffic, make it easy, and also possesses that sweet shooting touch from the outside.
Josh Jackson. Rises for the slam. Jay, I'm surprised he had a chance to wrap him up.
Well, you're not the only one surprised. This guy is not a good free throw shooter. You never let him have an easy bucket. If anything, make him earn it at the charity stripe.
Short jumper won't fall. Suns control the possession. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
And Ed, here's my offensive theory. More touches, more points. This is a fast-paced league. Either the coaches adapt or you'll be left behind.
Nothing going here on that drive. 5 on the shot clock. Curry. Oh, straight down the middle for 2.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want.
Josh Jackson from long range. Misfires. It's no good. To Curry.
ISO. Get into it.
To Durant. 5 to shoot for Golden State. Durant. He connects with the step back.
And that footwork was absolutely off the charts. Just that space, splash.
It's the Warriors who get the victory.